Ladies and gentlemen, today, I invite you on a journey back in time, nearly 2,000 years, to a city once full of life, music, trade, laughter, and hope. A city that, within hours, was frozen in time, buried under volcanic ash, and sealed away from the world for centuries. This city is Pompeii. Pompeii was a thriving Roman town located near the Bay of Naples. On August 24, 79 AD, the nearby Mount Vesuvius erupted violently, covering the city in a deadly shower of ash and pumice. Around 11,000 to 15,000 people lived in Pompeii at the time. Thousands of them never escaped. Today, we will explore what life was like in Pompeii before the disaster, the events of the eruption itself, and what archaeologists have uncovered about those who could not flee. Pompeii was a prosperous city. It had paved streets, public baths, temples, gardens, an amphitheater, brothels, taverns, and homes filled with beautiful frescoes and mosaics. The people of Pompeii were merchants, farmers, slaves, politicians, artisans, and ordinary families. They lived normal lives, lives much like ours. They woke up to the sound of carts rolling down stone streets. They bought bread from the local bakery, which still had loaves in its oven when excavated. Children played in courtyards. Wealthy citizens relaxed in atriums with fountains. The forum was bustling with trade and gossip. There were signs of a good economy. Wine and olive oil were produced in large quantities. Houses like the House of the Faun showed signs of great wealth. Pompeii even had fast food restaurants, Thermopolia where citizens could grab a quick bite. In many ways, it was a model Roman city. But it was also a city that lived in the shadow of a volcano. Although Mount Vesuvius looked peaceful, it had erupted before, thousands of years earlier. The people of Pompeii did not know the mountain was a volcano. They did not know the danger that lay beneath. On the morning of August 24, everything seemed normal. People went about their routines. But around midday, Vesuvius erupted without warning. A massive column of ash, rock, and gas rose into the sky, some say up to 30 kilometers high. This was a Plinian eruption named after Pliny the Younger, who wrote about the event in 2 letters to the historian Tacitus. Ash began falling on Pompeii like heavy snow. Roofs started collapsing under the weight. People ran through the streets, some trying to flee to the coast. Many thought it was just a temporary event and stayed in their homes. That would be a fatal mistake. As night fell, the sky turned black. Lightning cracked through the ash cloud. People could not breathe well. Ash and toxic gas filled the air. Some tried to cover their faces with cloth, but it was not enough. Then, early the next morning, came the pyroclastic surges, fast-moving waves of hot gas, ash, and rock, reaching temperatures of over 300 degrees Celsius (570 degrees Fahrenheit). These surges moved at over 100 kilometers per hour. They consumed everything in their path. People in Pompeii were caught mid-action. Many died instantly, some while running, others while hiding, praying, or embracing loved ones. These are the scenes that archaeologists would find almost 1,700 years later. The most haunting part of Pompeii is not its buildings or art, but the human remains. When excavators began digging in the 18th and 19th centuries, they found hollow spaces in the ash. These were the shapes of bodies that had decomposed. Italian archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli had an idea. He poured plaster into the voids, creating detailed casts of the people who died. Today, you can see them: a man shielding his face, a child curled up, a dog on a leash, a couple holding each other. These casts bring us face to face with the tragedy. They are not just bones, they are people. They had names, families, dreams. Some were wealthy, some were slaves. Death did not discriminate. We see a family of 4, huddled together. A pregnant woman lying on her side. A man carrying a bag of coins, perhaps hoping to escape with his fortune. A group of people in a wine cellar, suffocated while taking shelter. One cast shows a man lying alone, face down. Archaeologists found a key in his hand. Did he try to return home? Another was a servant girl still wearing her bronze belt. The dog, still tied up, died waiting for its master. Each cast tells a silent story, a story interrupted by the sudden hand of nature. Thanks to the preservation caused by the ash, Pompeii is the best archaeological window into Roman daily life. We have learned what people ate. Carbonized food was found in kitchens. We know what people wrote. Graffiti still decorates the walls, including political slogans, poetry, and even jokes. We found amphorae with wine labels, surgical tools in a doctor's house, and love notes scratched into the stone. The artwork on the walls shows gods, lovers, battles, and myths. It is as if time stopped in Pompeii. Most importantly, we have learned about the resilience and vulnerability of human beings. Pompeii reminds us how fragile civilization can be in the face of nature. It also raises moral and philosophical questions. Would we have recognized the warning signs if we were there? Would we have fled, or waited too long? Would we have stayed with our loved ones or saved ourselves? Pompeii was rediscovered in the year 1748. Since then, it has inspired writers, artists, filmmakers, and tourists from around the world. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a powerful symbol of human tragedy. But it is more than that. It is a mirror. A mirror showing us how we live, what we value, and how quickly it can all disappear. As we walk through the ruins today, we walk through the lives of people who never expected their city would become their tomb. We hear their silence. We feel their fear. We share their fate, in a way, because like them, we live under forces we cannot always control. Let Pompeii remind us to cherish our days, to prepare for the unexpected, and to never forget the stories written not in books, but in ash and stone.